Alright, let's touch chips and stuff. So let's get going. I mean, touch things with the tip of my Lancia. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Y'all are dirty if you think what are y'all thinking? Alright, we're back. Touch what? I said let's touch tips. Touch tips with the tip of the Lancia. You know. Oh really? Another hour about it? Jesus. Dude just needs to give it up. All Alright, I don't know what's going on, but this crap gotta go. Oh yeah, and while we're here, let's go ahead and go to Moodle. I mean, to be fair, I've tried to understand his position, but at the same time, he just needs to shut up. He's making it worse. He's making it worse. Like, no, I can get where, because I've seen these people before, where they feel very entitled to something. So I can see, like I said, I can see where they come from. I don't have sympathy, but I can see why they won't drop it. I've dealt with people like that. They're stupid. They're stupid. It's stupid. Stop being stupid. But he needs to shut up and stop making it worse. All right. So let's see. Let's go ahead and buy our energy. All right, let us begin. Hello there, how's it going? Let us begin with our first hour. Oh yeah, we should probably add food too. And let's go ahead and pop that. And that. Alright. And now we begin our 3-hour grind of Polly's Forest. With a 160% drop buff. Because we're not going to count the night buff for 3 hours. Let's see how quickly we do this today. Do we get RNG on our side to really give us... I'd like to see one, like, a full jackpot day. All 3 hours, just absolutely absurd amount of Atanis. Would be wonderful. Nothing's changed on the idea. I'm still debating it. The hardest pill for me to swallow is I know personally from seeing some of the game, people are like, oh, people want to see the story, and I'm like, dude, 90% of that crap isn't voiced. And it's like, I hate non-voiced. I am like so to the point of I will skip it in a heartbeat if I have to read it. Like Nikkei doesn't matter because it's short little bursts. But if I had to read the whole Nikke story, I'd be outie in a second, man. The cutscenes are voiced, but then there's a lot of, like, sub-reading you have to do along the way. Especially in the early stages of the game. They did better as they got further and further into the game. But those early things, they've never gone back and done that. And people are wanting me to play it from the very beginning. Because it wasn't voiced. So there's that. And then there's also the issue of, I'm a person who just wants to do stuff. Like, I want to go do things. I want to go do the it thing, you know. I'm a dungeon crawler. I love doing, like, the dungeon stuff. So that part is more what I'm interested in the most. So having to be stuck just story, waiting to level, waiting to level, story, waiting to level, leveling in the dungeons, story. That's a lot of story to have to be done. So there is a part of me that's like, actually, if you are the tank, your queue times are instant. And especially if you're the healer. See, I never played the DP. I also remember what it was like doing it on my paladin. Or, well, I should say the warrior in the early stages. I think it's like level 30 is where you get paladin at once you get your jobs. Oh yeah, they are, because everybody and their mother wants to play the damage classes. No one actually wants to turn their brain on for, oh, I gotta actually keep people alive. Oh, I actually need to hold aggro of this thing. And see, I was the one who was normally the tank and spank of the group. I played either the healer or the tank and spank. Occasionally I would play the DPS when it was needed. Let's see here. RZ2, thank you for joining our quest. Welcome to the stream. So, I was normally the one driving the show, front and center, holding the boss's aggro.
Hello there.
Hello there. Good morning. So I'm also gonna have to do an Agris burn today, probably at dinner. Because I'm not gonna do a separate log in, log out for that today. Because we'd have to go to town, empty out all of our inventory, then come back and do an Agris run. Because I can't record Agris with everything else. And somebody's gonna be like, you don't use Agris at Police Force. Shut up. I know. But I'm gonna have to. It's gross. I know. But we live here until the Atanis counter hits 0. So, guess what gets used here? Agris Fever. Such a waste, man. I know. Trust me, I've min-maxed this game for long enough. I know what isn't a waste. I also know what is just convenience, too. So. Really? How so? They just rolled up and just said, it's mine now, and literally out-farmed you? I read it as he got kicked out. So you're saying, wait, is it reading as in he kicked somebody out? And because it says yesterday I got kicked. Oh, I kicked somebody. Okay, I got to kick somebody out, I think is what he's trying to say. Nice. Got to kick. Okay, yeah. The 2 changes. I was like, because it sounded like you got kicked. Yeah. Okay, nice. I had a archer pop in here last night when I was doing my only hour here, and I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. He kept coming up here and trying to grab this, and after about the 3rd pass, he saw me come blasting by him. He finally gave it up. Because he kept trying to steal that upper edge, and I'm like, dude, come on. This is the 3rd time you see me come flying past you, grinding this crap. And it's not like there's not 500 other channels you can go jump on. Trust me, they're not all full. And I almost just jumped over just to say, screw it, have it. It's not worth fighting over this crap. It's Polly's Forest. And as an archer, he has better mobility. He could go down at the bottom area and grind probably more efficiently than I am. Because there's a crap ton of packs. You just have to have, and some fairly large ones at that too. Down on that lower half region. But right now, it seems like there is, people are trying to grind a bunch of low-end mobs for those, event things you keep seeing pop up. Yep. My issue is stamina. Like, stamina is my issue on the Valk. I have to play at a very specific pace here. I cannot go faster, and I can go slower, but it'll just hurt a little bit. The Ranger is still showing that I think I'm going too fast, that my pets cannot linger long enough to get just a couple of the remaining trash drops, which is fine. I'm not really... I'm not really worried about it. Somebody still plays Tower of Fantasy? Jeez. The Genshin clone that died within like 2 months of it being released because Honkai Star Rail came out right after. Which is Genshin in space! Interesting. All 5 stars, that's gross. I feel bad for MiHoYo subs. Not only do they have to deal with Genshin Impact and, you know, constantly worrying about pulling on that, then they have to deal with Honkai Star Rail. And for whatever reason, in case they play Honkai 3.0, they're like uberly screwed. Like, they have to take out a mortgage just to be able to play their games. And they always come foaming back. So good. I must come back and get the new unit. They're so pretty. Dude, they all look like a bunch of Chinese crap. Chinese gotcha crap. Their fan art, however, top freaking shelf. I will say Genshin's fan art is 10 out of 10 better than the game ever will look. And I'm not even talking about the oh my god fan art, alright? The ones where you're going, my god, that's excessive. We're talking just top quality fan art that's going, wow, that looks better than the game. I know someone who plays Tower Fantasy, Honkai Star Rail, and Nikkei. Well, I mean, then you have somebody like Infinity, who plays like 8 FGO accounts. So, I mean, they're all free to play, but I mean, he still plays 8 FGO accounts. So, it also shows you the mental stability of somebody. Wow, I think this is the longest we've gone in a while without getting an Atanis Element at the start of stream. Unless I am just blind? Nope, we just literally haven't got one yet. Okay, works for me. We'll get him eventually. It's 4 a.m. We could turn the gamma down in just a second. I know where I'm gonna turn it down at. That'll be a good spot for me to collect a lot of loot that I'd probably leave behind. Also, right now with the EXP buff, I have actually thought about, is it better to grind on the Ranger to get more EXP per mob kill than the Valk and take the slight loss on trash loot? Display effects, night mode, turn off. Hold up, that's still a little dark. That still made it a little bit darker, but it'll fix in about 5 minutes. Forget 4 a.m. still a little dark, but I can still see all the mobs on the ground at this point. So I did the rough math, and I think we're still on to get it in about Thursday next week, unless something really good on a grind happens, or I am able to put down an extra hour or 2 in some places. I mean, my average right now is 7.1 an hour, is my current average on Valk. So, we're doing okay. But we cut so much time off of our grind by, we cut so much time off of our grind by getting that full piece from Shuriken the other day. Okay, there we go. We finally have our item count now for the day. Put that right above my head, and away we go for the rest of the stream. Wow, that took 18 minutes to get the first Atanis Element? Weird. I need to do some research on these cup things, this pity little item drop thing to get these cups. I don't know exactly what they are. So we need to eventually look at what actually are they, so we can figure out if it's worth, you know, we'll obviously be farming the full week the items dropping, but just what do we do with it? Like, there's several things to pick from it, but I don't know. It's an item supposedly from the Elvia realm, but I have no clue about the Elvia crap. Like, I attempted Elvia one day, did some basic couple basic tests, but Elvia just felt bad. Like, I know it's great money on certain spots, but I did what it looked like I needed to do at Orcs, and I made crap for money. And I was like, well, that's a horrible thing. That ain't 900 mil an hour. I'm barely pulling 4. Oh, and I don't know if y'all could tell, I spent my money, by the way. I spent all my money yesterday. But with that, my boots are C10. I said I wasn't gonna do it, and then I just looked at it and I said, you know what? If I sell it, if I buy all this crap now, it's C10, it's over, it's done with, and from here on out, every dime I have now goes towards my next upgrade. Whatever that may end up being. That now, from here on out, I don't have to worry about anything else. Funny thought. Ranger is too fast, too furious for pets. Bro, get out. That's great. Ranger is too fast for pets. Talk about a blast from the past. Also, I think how we'll end today is I'll go do my barrier of infestation. We'll fix that. And it's funny. Literally what we said was going to happen happened. The literal week I get my 1 AP is the week that they patch it. And, you no longer have to do the 5-week time gate. You can now just get it. Which, once we get that in the Crescent Ring, we hit the next bracket on AP, which is kind of cool. I guess the next upgrade for me kind of becomes saving for the stupid Crescent Ring. Doing the Abyss One quest, that's a good way to reward people. No storage use. Yes, it really was. That was single-handedly probably one of the greatest changes to Black Desert ever. Ever. Like, I couldn't believe they finally did that. The only disappointment in that whole system, the only disappointing thing, is you can't just process from that inventory. You've got to move it. Which kind of sucks, not gonna lie. But because it's such a great quality of life, we'll just take it as is. It doesn't take that much to move your crap around, but darn would it have been great just to say, alright, I process it there. Then, they kind of addressed this with the new worker system. If you get your normal workers to level 40, they automatically just transport it to the storage you want it in regardless. So, level them workers up to level 40. Now, my crate workers, on the other hand, in Valencia, are not getting the luxury of going to 40 that easily. Which I really need to put them back to work on something, but at this point, I've got so many crates that I have to move, it does not matter when. I'll make the crates faster than I move them. As long as I keep moving crates daily, it doesn't matter. Which, I really want to, I really would like to see them add more trade wagons. Because that would allow me to move, instead of 1,050 crates, if I could get... if I could move... even... double's not enough. It's got to be more than double for me. Because at this rate, I can get about 3. I can get 3 trades a day in. It needs to be better than 3 total. So I get 3 a day. So that's only 3,000 crates I get to move a day. I can make 3,000 in a day easily. But I can't always get perfectly 3 trades in a day, because that's 18 hours. I have to roughly see the game. Or remember to. And sometimes it just, I don't get around to it in time, and I can only get 2 in a day, which has been mostly 2. So I'm only getting around 2,000 crates moved a day. So trying to move large excess of crate storage is quite annoying. I would like to see, I think, at least... Honestly, I think if we doubled the weight and had 2 trade wagons, I'd be okay. So essentially it would be 4 total trade wagons. But if they don't want to do it for whatever reason. Like, here's the dumb thing. Why can I send 5 wagons around towns that I'm never going to use anymore? Why not turn them all into trade wagons and just have 6 trade wagons? That would be OP. Well, I mean, not really OP, but that would be great. It would feel a lot better. Sending 6 of those things up to Moodle every day. So I could get a total of 12 runs. Would make trading feel more... Well, crate trading more obtainable, less overwhelming. Because you have to realize, I've got to move somewhere around, I think in total, with all said and done, I've got to move... I want to say it's over like 600,000 crates worth of materials I've got to move when I go to trade this set. So yeah, it'll be a little while. I will probably, I mean, I won't get any views on it, but I mean, I'll make a video about it and post it on their forum. I never was able to get into the content creator program. The only reason I think Glory got in relatively easy was because he was making decent guides, and on top of that, he was doing it for console, which was less contested for long-term content creators because of the because a lot of the main content creators were just temporarily going to Xbox and PS4 to play to promote the game. So I think he was able to get into the creator program fairly easily. And here's the stupid thing. You want to talk about somebody who does content creation programs a little bit better? At least Black Desert promotes their content creators. Shocking, right? Nikkei does jack all for their content creators. What they gave us was Anis's and Rappy's Live 2D model not rigged. That's literally what they gave us. What in the crap am I to do with that? Use it for your stream or your videos. I'm not gonna spend 70, 80, 300 hours rigging that model. You're crazy. You just gave me the artwork to this thing. I'm not gonna go rig that thing to use it. You're high. Literally, the full frickin' live 2D model that they use for the in-game art. We have that. That's what they gave us. That was their big, here you guys go, hope you enjoy. We thank you for helping us out. We're gonna give you this because we think it'll be great for you guys. What? So... it's whatever. We're not gonna worry about it. It is out of our control. Made a new Gravedigger team? Nice. The Summer and East team stopped working? Oh, because you probably broke it with all the different things. With all your upgrades and changes? Bro, you're just better off leaving that on Discord. I will not be able to look at it for another 20 minutes. I can see the ping on Discord, so give me, just remind me when I go to refresh my tent buff. It's the tent one's the one that I'm kind of more anal about. I don't give a crap about the scroll running. Screw that thing. TLDR, your Modernia team with Summer and East. Okay. Wait, my mod team with Summer and East? That sounds like that shouldn't work. Because that's max ammo. Max ammo on Summer and East is horrible. Like, the only reason I pop Summer and East in a max ammo team is to buff Scarlet, because I don't burst Summer and East. And even then, I don't even need her in that team. And it worked perfectly fine. That's so weird, because the missiles are the damage, not the shotgun. My brain, it hurts. It's too... I mean, it's not early, but I mean, my brain hasn't been, like, functioning. That's why it makes no sense. Yeah, it makes no sense. Like, I mean, I get it. The missiles are the damage. Is Noir really just carrying that crap that hard? Okay. That makes sense. Red Hood did 28 and Anise did 15. Okay. It's not horrible. So what about Noir? Did 11? Okay, so then it is just the buff that she's putting off. I guess it also might be why it feels a little weird not seeing her do more damage is because mine's literally Giga invested in. I simped the crap out of my Noir. So she normally outdamages Anise on that. I don't recommend people doing it, but... Yeah. Yeah. I lathered mine up in simp. It's okay. Can't recommend your team, but it works. Plan to 10-10-10 in Noir. I would highly advise against it. I'm gonna be real. I would focus in on other units. I really would. Unless you are the lover of all things Choco Waifu, and you must demand perfection from your Choco Waifu, sure. But... I don't think it's a good idea. Mod, though, makes sense because of the CP that you're going to gain from it. That's the stupid thing. The skills are going to help you out obtain CP goals so much better because not leveling the skills on her holds your back so much power. But it's more efficient, but it's so much power loss. But if you want that power... If you really want to be pushing power, you kinda have to do the skills. So, that makes sense. Noir, though, doesn't need the last 3 of 2 of her skills. She only needs, I think it's her burst is the one that actually needs the 10, and I think it's the 2 that is like, if you got it, the second, the second skill is worth the level 10. But you don't have to ever level that first skill to 10, which is the most of it. I believe that is Noir. It could be Blanc. One of them is 7-7-10, and one of them 7-10-10 is the recommended. And I think it's Noir is the 7-10-10, or this, well, 7-10 recommended, or optional 10. At this point, my brain does not remember which one. Without physically looking at their cats. Wow, 64%. Only 5% more, guys, and then we never want to level ever again. No, actually we do want to level. We want to keep leveling to that majestic level 69. That will take so long to level. The fact that there's just barely getting 68s. Module, nothing module. I'm terrified to see what I'm gonna get today. When you could have 64, 69, 69. Actually, dude, you can actually have 69, 420. 69% and 0.420. You can literally get the holy grail here. Level 69, 69%, 0.420. And you better darn well believe I will grind the lowest EXP area to tick that up so I can screenshot that when the day ever comes. Level 69 at 69% at 420. You're right. We gotta think bigger. We gotta think bigger. There are bigger memes out there. And that is the ultimate one for Black Desert. And I mean, I'm sure my comment on the post would end up being like, so I grinded Sawzins for 7 days straight to make sure I didn't overlevel. To make sure I could get this 0.0001%. Why'd you grind Sawzins? Because everywhere else I was scared I'd jump too high. But that would be, at this rate, that's at least 2 years away. Depending on, I mean, okay, it depends on how many, like, 1000% EXP buffs they decide to start throwing out. Because those weekends, me grinding trees is godly. The question is on which class that's going, because you're never going to use any. Oh, God. I guess we just tag it on the Ranger, and then the Ranger never gets used again. And that's how you stop me from ever using the Ranger ever again. If you want to put a permanent, no, stop it. Walk away. It's lock that on the Ranger and never see it again. and then let the Valk go continue on. Just every time you log over, there it is. 69, level 69, 69%, 0.420. You can't process, you can't do anything but walk around. You are a... I don't even think you... Do you get EXP for turning in Imperial? I have to check. I actually don't remember if you get any EXP. Because I've never tried it on like a lower level character. I know you can't cook, you can't process. You can't fish. You got another piece on mod with max ammo. 64. Nice! That's actually pretty good. The charge speed sucks, but at least the max ammo's there. Too hot to... Oh, God. Oh, man. Too hot to use. Oh, man. That's... nearly tempting to me to try to rename her, but that would be like $20 to rename my character. You know, with everybody looking at that's, you know, I know Zeph's talked about wanting to play Black, like, he's messed around with Black Desert. Kari plays a little bit. I know you've talked about it, Hellcrest. We have Narama occasionally playing when he's not, I mean, he's about to go so deep down Final Fantasy VII's balls, I mean, he'll disappear for a month, which is fine. I am excited for him. But I thought about renaming the guild, and then I went to the cash shop, and I realized it's $30 to rename the guild. I was like, yeah, never mind. I've already done that 3 times. I'm good. So, fun fact, let's tell you about the history of this guild. So, the guild I am in right now was originally Shadow Bringers. Which is the guild I got talked into joining. Misha and Grim were on Pirate Island. And they convinced me to go to leave Streamer Buff, which was mine and Narama's little guild of like 6 people, and they brought me in. Eventually, they gave me permissions as officer. Because of being a streamer, it helped out with recruitment and bringing people into the guild. We actually were able to bring a lot of people into the guild because I was streaming BDO. Well, then, I was in Shadowbringers all the way up to, the point I went to Legatum. And then I was just joining Iconic when I quit. I rage quit. I mean, I exploded that day. I went and griefed the heck out of King of All Sands. I detonated on him. And then So I was guildless for a while, and then I came back after, I think, probably 4 or 5 months of literally not logging in. I blew up my dandy. I mean, I full detonated. And Misha saw me log on, and she was like, hey. I mean, she tracked me down. Next thing I know, Misha's literally because she knew where I would log in at. I mean, that was the thing, too. She came over, and she's like, hey. I'm like, what? She's like, you're back on. I'm like, yeah. She's like, so join back up. Stop being stupid. So I joined back up. Well, I was like, all right, fine. Guess if I'm playing, I'll join back up. So I stayed in Shadowbringers. I was like, I guess I didn't have any responsibilities. I was just gonna do my thing. And one day I walked on and I had a DM from Grim saying, F this, I'm done, it's yours. Everything's yours. The guild's yours, the Discord's yours. It's yours. I'm done. Okay. He must have tilted that night. I know he had gone -1 mil on something, and I don't remember exactly the details, but that's how I became the GM. So we left it as Shadowbringers, or whatever he had named it at the time. It was something different. And we were gonna rebrand it and make it a we're gonna rebrand it and make it a you know, try to give it a good shot, and also to help hide, you know, people kind of knew our guild at that point, so, you know, we wanted a clean start. So we did a vote, and we ended up naming it Stormbringer. Or Storm Shield was, I think, the one that won the vote by, like, 3. So Storm Shield became a thing. So there was $30 number 1. Well, things were going well. The guild was growing. I got it up to an XL guild fairly quickly. And, boy, did the drama start up. The drama started up so much that I had to implement a fail-safe. Because I knew how to cheat the system. So I timed this perfectly, and I took one of those alt accounts that I used that I gifted myself, and we leveled up all the different, you know, where we had leveled up to do all the different hedgehogs. Well, I had already had one paid for. It was like level 50. I spent some time on it, grinding up the 1 million silver or 5 million silver or whatever it was at the time needed to make the guild, and it was ready. So the way the guild renaming works is the moment servers go live, the guild names are implemented during that, but your name will change. So I changed the guild's name, so there's $30 number 2. I changed the guild name, and then as soon as servers went up, I went and bought the guild and renamed it the original guild's name. So we had Nightingale 1176 having Storm Shield, and Nightingale 1178 having Storm Shield. Both looked identical, to the naked eye. Both were capital Stormfields. Capital letter Stormfields, all across the board. To avoid getting decked consistently, I just saw I see Valhalla Princess is tapping something on my channel. What was that, Tuvula gear? So I had 2 Stormfields. So what essentially happened was, one had a capital I, one had a capital L. And what this allowed was, the people who didn't have an IQ above 5 decked my other account. And then we get called cheaters because we can't be killed. They thought everybody was protected, and I brought 20 people out, and I said, all right, if I'm protected, kill one of these people, because I can only protect 5. And they're wondering, how in the world are they decked on Stormfield? I'm standing right in front of them. And I can't be, they can't attack me. And it was the most glorious, trollish, crappiest thing I could have ever have done, was do that. So it was to help deck dodge for all the griefing that we were doing. That most people would deck the other guild, and I'm like, as soon as you see war has broken out with Stormfield, you probably need to dodge the area, or you have 10 minutes to realize, or maybe about 15 minutes for them to realize they decked the wrong guild. It was glorious. Literally one of the funniest things to ever see. How many people mauled it over the fact that they couldn't attack us after they waited the 10 minutes for that deck to go through. And I'm just sitting there waiting with popcorn for the response, because I knew it was coming. And then eventually some of the major people learned that our name was spelled differently, and the decks went through, especially the common offenders. All right, let me quickly look here on Discord. Nice. Yeah, that's so weird that that's working. Actually, I know why it's not working. Summer and East isn't actually bursting, unless you're manually bursting that. So it's Noir's burst and Red Hood's burst. That makes more sense. All right, let's go to repair. So that was the next one. And then eventually, Summer and East is bursting all the way at the bottom? That's weird. All right, shop. Hour number 2. So now, Stormfield was what we hung on to for the longest time. I decided, after things had died down and we were chilling, I was talking with Project about I was talking to Project about, hey, you know, Paladin had just come back, and Project was in the guild, and we were trying to get Paladin to join. So first off, you need to understand Paladin. Paladin is a major league fan. Absolute Garrison, too. And a few others. Like, there's several of them he absolutely, like, smashes. So he would always run around and he'd always run around and post in chat as he's killing people, Demacia! And all this weird stuff. So one day we thought it would be a great idea. Hey, I wonder if we name the guild Demacia, and I changed the icon to the original iconic guild logo, which wasn't hard to meme on and remake. I wonder if Paladin would join us. Well, we started getting a bunch of old iconic dudes wanting to come back and join the guild for that. So I renamed the guild Demacia, and we originally ran around with the old iconic guild logo. Which Paladin got a big kick out of it, but he wasn't going to play that seriously, so he just opted to stay guildless at the time. And then he's like, and then he ended up deciding to go, I think, to Cho for a little while to do some sieging. Which was fine, we knew that. We always call this the old LOTD iconic retirement home. So it's literally a retirement home of all ex-Siege players outside of a few. And now 90% of them just don't don't even log on anymore. Project's mistake was going for wanting his name on all of his gear. So he wanted all pen accessories to have Project G on them. And I was like, dude, that's a respectable goal, but that is very, very, very RNG intensive. Like, the amount of money you have to spool up just to start doing enhancement for profit to be able to land those things is insane. Outside of just the random thing. I think after his 10th Pen Ogre fail, he gave up. That's what burned him. He had failed 10 Pen Ogres in a row, and he's just like, I cannot keep blowing months of progress. This was back before it was completely where you could nearly buy one in a chunk of hours. Like, I think now he'd probably be sick to see Pen Ogre sitting at 50 bill, because he's probably spent that easily to make one. When I buy my pen accessory someday, I will strip the names off of them. I don't want to see somebody's stupid Pepe Pig loves furries or whatever random Bob the Builder name they have on it. I'm just going to be like, alright, we strip them and they'll just be blank. Which I didn't know that at the time, which is why I never went and bought any pen accessories when I had the money. Because I always thought the pens, naming the pens were a stupid idea. As soon as they said, oh yeah, you'll be able to have, your names will be put on them and they won't, and it'll stay through the marketplace, I was like, oh, this is the dumbest thing ever. I'm like, people are literally going to create meme names just to smash gear and then sell it. It'll help brand the adventurer that made the weapon. You know, that you can see the high quality of weapon made by this adventurer. No. So. And then it made sense because they wanted to make $10 on every weapon, so, or every item, knowing it's $10 per to reset that name, and I will do it on anything I buy pen that doesn't already have a name on it. Or that does have a name on it already. Because some may already have been stripped when they get sold. And I know that there are people out there that used to come in stream that were excited for it. They're like, dude, I get to have my name on it. I'm like, dude, nobody cares. I'm like, that gear that you're gonna have is gonna get replaced someday. I promise you, someday that gear will get replaced. And here we go. Accessories. May I introduce you to the Debo Rekka set? What is it doing? It's replacing your neck, it's replacing your earring, and it's replacing your belt. Hi. Name how many people went out and smashed Pen Ogres, Pen Basilisk, Pen Voltaras, Pen Tungrad belts, Pen Tungrads, Pen Distortion earrings. I mean, there was the Pen Witch earring era, but that was very, very short. You had, pretty much once Tungrads came out, Tungrads were like the best in slot for the longest time. So, they're taking those old pen accessories that people spent their fortunes on trying to get, and now they're worthless. Exhibit A, the Pen Crescent. How many people used to make, those things used to be worth 50, 60 mil, or bill. Now, they're selling for mid price at like 20 something. Why? Because there's now 2 free Gentina's accessories in the game, so Pen Crescents are the logical go-to. 20 AP per ring. Let's go. So, it won't fail, just put the materials into it and you're done. But as soon as they release another set or Deboreka rings, then Deboreka equivalent of some sort of new set, those Pen Crescents are worthless. They are literally boss alt gear. And that's where it feels bad. And it doesn't help, too, that we've had so many... these boxes have been buffed for an event, it seems like. And accessory prices have been plummeting because of it. So it's even lowered the Crescent value even more. Which I will say, for me and where I'm at, this is really starting to help, potentially help me get geared for other things, because those prices are going to crash. So... eventually, we'll be able to grind better spots. Slowly but surely. You know, some days I sit here and I think, I am really, an old fart in this game. For how long I've been around. I've seen some stuff. I have seen some stuff. But I'll be honest, it feels weird not being at the top 1% anymore. I am a good bit behind. I'm probably in the top 5%. Sure. But going from somebody who used to be the top 1% of the game feels weird. But I did take serious time off of the game. Away from the game. I think the only thing that even put me back in the market of BDO was the pen Black Star after 3 years. Getting that finally put me in a place of like, alright, I'll have some fun with it now, finally. Finally getting one of those really big upgrades. You know, 3 years of J-Hammers later, we got it. But it really feels weird. I mean, really feels weird when I go grind a spot that is now considered outdated. That I was just wanting to get to. Leave early, I got some documents to update on the city center. Hey, you got a ping. Too Hot project. Discord, not to forget. I mean, I don't think I can forget about doing that. That's too meme worthy. I just need probably 3 years worth of EXP to get that. So we'll see if I'm even still playing in 3 years. But enjoy your day. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day. We will be here with our grinds for Atanis. Kind of be nice if we got another Marnie's box soon, because we're kind of getting into the hourly average of it should be showing up soon. You know, and here's a little weird side tinfoil for you. When I do this off stream, I do not look at my Atanis elements. I do not want to know how many I get until the end of the hour. I'm here for the hour. But for stream, I want you guys to know where we're at. So if anybody pops in, they can go, oh, he's got, oh, he's looted 9 so far. He's looted 4. Ah, look at that. He just looted 1. Oh my gosh, he just looted another one right back to back. So you can kind of keep track of it. Where I'm a tinfoil guy, I'm like, I always feel it curves the RNG. It's like it knows, it's like, ah, you want to see this item. Alright, good luck. You won't see it for the rest of the grind. Or if you just don't look, they just show up like candy. Which isn't true, it's not how it works. We already know most of the Atanis RNG. Whoops, wrong one. We did the wrong skill. Shh. Don't tell anyone. That I accidentally used the wrong skill. Come on. Stop with sliding crap. Get my stamina break. Because this is kind of the area to, like, let it recover a little bit in. There's actually two really good stamina recovery areas. It's that section over there and over where we just came from. How so? What did it do? Two neons. Yep. Definitely just said, you can forget. Time to get no litters. Said, well, here's two neons. I don't even know how many boxes I have anymore. There we go. And now we're good to go around. Why couldn't I? There we go. I was gonna say, why couldn't I switch out of that? Weird. even know what my next upgrade's gonna be. Because we're waiting for the flame. We have... so that's a whenever we get it thing. Now that the boots are done, we just need to go do the boot quest, and it's over and done with. We have the ring, I guess, is probably a low-hanging fruit. Just to go ahead and get 3 AP from that. Valk go burr. Valk does go burr. Valk goes very burr. How are you doing today? Tired, but I'll live. Get to work on your cups now, too. Oh, okay, what are those? Like, I don't actually know what the heck those are. They are enhancements for accessories. Oh, I see. Okay then, well I just need to farm up 400 of these things so I can smack them on my pen crescents whenever they show up. Since those are the only final accessories we own. No point in getting anything else. 3% AP, or 3 AP, 3% crit damage and HP. Okay, I mean, it's damage. When you get new ones. Oh. Interesting. You'd go ahead and grind them out. I mean, I'm about 80% sure between my Polly's Forest grinds for this week, I'll probably walk away with them. So I just need what? It's 200 a cup, so I need 1,200? You want to go burr at Polly's? Shocked you're not using Valk at Polly's. Three-button rotation? Pfft, I'm not even doing that. Including movement? Alright, fair enough. W4, WF kills, W right, right mouse button to move. Because that's the dash and then the kill. Yep. But see, you're going to deal with Ranger issue, too. You'll kill him too fast. That's why I think Valk actually does better here on Trash Loot. Season Arsha Polys, here I come. Okay, so you... If I understand this right, why Seasoned Arsha? Is it because you get the Arsha buff, but with seasonal... I guess I don't understand. Why would you go seasonal Arsha? Other than just to have a more balanced experience, I guess, if they're there. Okay. That's fair. You want equal footing. Okay. That makes sense. Based on events. Okay. Well, good to know. Well, I will be here till the end of my potion grind, which should be the end of the event. 'Cause I think this is only, what, a 1-week event? Something like that, I think. Oh, also, Valhalla Princess, when you get a moment, check your DMs on Discord after you're done doing your grind and stuff today. I got a couple questions on there. Personal, opinion stuff. Nothing I need right now, just before this week's over with. So let's see here. In the 3 hours I've been grinding, I've got 50 of them. Roughly. Get back to you tonight. Alright, that works. Like I said, no sweat. I'm not really gonna worry about the items either, because at this point it's... We're here for another 150 Atanis elements, regardless of whatever's going on, so... When that's done, that's where we'll see if we end up spending a little bit of time here, or if we start going to other places and just see what we get. 'Cause I think the last time I checked, I'm here for at least another 28 hours. The average of 28 hours. We'll do the math on it when we finish up today's grind. About another 9 or so streams. Well, that's, you also have to realize so far I've been able to kind of keep it up. There's been a couple days I haven't. I'm trying to do one immediately when I get back from dinner. So I'm basically getting 4 hours of grinding a day. So I'm doing okay. I don't really like that I'm doing it, but I'm trying to cut it down, so I'm trying not to burn you guys out on this as much as it is, like, my sanity's long gone. I did Pirate Island. You know, that's what ruined me. So everything at this point seems like an easy grind. But I don't want to... I don't like the fact that I broke my really one rule I had set after Epic 7, which was don't stream one game continuously. Because it's bad for your stream health overall. So... But the only way I can get this done in a reasonable time was to do exactly what I'm doing. Because I can't sit. It's not... I don't have... Since I started the OC project, I don't have 3 hours here, 2 hours here. I can just sit and say, screw it. I'm gonna go eat dinner in 2 hours. Let's go grind on Black Desert. Or, hey, I got nothing to do till noon today. I guess I'm gonna grind a few hours on Black Desert. It's not like I have that time anymore. I get up, I open the laptop, and I don't even turn the Wi-Fi on the laptop until 6 a.m. normally. So I'm forced to not get distracted. The only time I'll turn Wi-Fi on the laptop is if I need to make sure that something is synced, or if I want to download something from an artist or anything like that. I'll turn the Wi-Fi on. But if I know I'm not expecting anything, the Wi-Fi stays off, and I just crunch until 6 a.m. Then I turn my Wi-Fi on, and I normally start trying to branch out. Even though I'm still probably working, I start trying to branch out on anything that I need before stream. It doesn't bother me. I just like hanging out here. I don't pay attention to the game, to be honest. And that's great. I appreciate that. There are many people who I really enjoyed hanging out with that don't show up because of the game I'm playing. But I thoroughly enjoyed talking with them while they were here. And I wish more people were like that. And that's why I really do try, when I have the time, to go hang out in all the streamers that I really like, chat regardless of what they're playing. So I always try to make sure I go in and you're not even the 1%, dude. You are the 0.01%. I would say there's a handful. And the new people we meet along the way, great, it's fun. You know, we enjoy the conversations while they're here, which is why I always try to make sure that I enjoy, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitch. You know, I wish I had more interaction on X, but I'm hanging in there just a little bit longer to see if that grows, because they're trying to do some stuff. But X might have to get shut down just because right now it's not, it's too disconnected. Like, right now, there's no way for me to actually sit and carry on a conversation with anybody on X. I can do it after stream in the comment section if somebody wants to talk. But during stream, there's no way for me to talk to anybody. And that's a big issue. And that's the best part about it. You know. And I really appreciate that. And it's like one of the great reasons why I don't mind that I lose between 2 and 6, or well, I wouldn't say 6. I don't get those that often. Between 2 and 4 subscribers a day on Twitch. Or not Twitch, on YouTube. Because they came for one thing, but they didn't come because of what I do on YouTube. They came because of the game, and now that they're done with the game, they unsubscribe because they don't want to get notifications that I'm going live or that I posted another video for something else. They only cared about that one game and that one game only, and those people I'm fine with. You're here for what you wanted, and then when I stop providing that or you stop playing, you moved on to something else. That's great. That's the circle of life of YouTube. Doesn't affect me, it doesn't bother me. I just find it amusing that for some reason I consistently lose between 2 and 4 a day. And it's been that way for nearly a year. I just barely, and I mean just barely, break even on subscribers versus losses in a year. So I haven't really grown, but I haven't really declined too much. Yes, I am worse off on subs on YouTube than I was at the beginning of last year. But that's fine. So much of that subscriber count is fluffed from Epic 7. So I get it. Most of those people are hardcore gacha fans, and most of them came because of the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook stuff. When they quit and moved on to other games, they leave. And then here you are. Exactly. It was. And I mean, it's still, there's still great stuff about it. I cannot completely just say the game sucks entirely. The company sucks that's running it. This new unit that they just released is a prime example of they don't know what the heck they're doing. Once again, another unit way too cracked in what they do that shuts down too much at once. And people still keep milking them along. And also, I get the other aspect of this. A lot of people don't get up at the butt crack of dawn. I stream weird for a North American audience. I get that. I also don't care. You know, this is the only time right now in my schedule I can make this work. Had a good year in your guild, but got tired of the speech users. Oh yeah. The mono playstyle really got very boring. And it's getting more and more ingrained into that now. They're creating these units that are making it impossible to do anything else with. Alright, so right now we're at an average of 6 an hour. Which isn't horrible. It's the Valkyrie's range. That's just me getting up either for a game or because I want to. Hey, I mean, that's great. I appreciate that you set your alarm. I never wanted anybody to ever do that. Like, if you can make it, great. If not, I understand. Live your life. Don't live it because of me. You know, I wish I could have a more universal stream schedule that worked for a lot more. Yeah, now you're here every day, minus the days that you're not late, Kappa. Because I'm late, Kappa. Golden Kappa. Liverwurst is a W. Alright. Alright. It's a W, say. I'll have to look at it. What'd you do? Go to a restaurant to get it? Or were you looking at, what brought this on? Did somebody bring it in, or? Because you were talking about it earlier, so I meant to ask, what brought it all this about? Saw a video? Okay. Wanted to try it? Okay, that's cool. Went to a local deli. It's a good sausage. Nice. Tastes nothing like liver. Well, I'm sure because of the sausage stuff. You also like chorizo? Chorizo's great. There's a restaurant that I frequent for Taco Tuesday that has a chorizo and steak taco. Dear Lord, that is a crime against humanity at how good that is. The carne asada and the chorizo. A little bit of cilantro and grilled onion. Yeah, you're biased on that. But it's really well done, and I do like some chorizo tacos. Sad you didn't try it earlier. Well, now it's in your life, and now you can live with it more often. I could see that. The one of the stores near me sells a Irish banger that's pretty good too. Which is normally what I go get when I make bangers and mash. Bangers and mash is fun. The only thing I do not like about making bangers and mash is the gravy takes, or the red wine sauce takes forever to make. God almighty, the reduction takes forever. I have to start, like, if I want to eat that thing by 5 p.m., I have to start, like, 2:45 just to get the sauce made. Because it's a red wine gravy. So... made a sandwich out of it, just liverwurst, cheese, mustard, mayo, tomato, and lettuce. The Rhine gravy is hit or miss. For me anyways. This one's really good. I just gotta remember not to break it. But this one's really good. I actually got my mother to eat bangers and mash. Let me put it that way. My mother does not like that. I could see that. Now is that just a local's deli's price, or is that like a chain's price of it? Local market. Okay. Well, I mean, like, did you go to like a large supermarket that's in your area? Like it would be like there are chains all over the place, meaning no matter what city you go to. Of course, I think you also told me you have to go to Walmart for so much of your crap. Okay. So that's the better way to do it. Like a local butcher. Yes. Those are prime places to get amazing stuff. I'm so sad that I don't live near any Italian butchers anymore. I used to have so many Italian markets near me. My God, let me tell you, the Italian sausage that I would get was chef's kiss quality. Like, some of the best Italian sausages I ever had in my life. Oh my God. My Italian food at that point was get a girl pregnant quality, alright? Like, if I wanted pants to drop, I made something with that. God. Not anymore. COVID ruined so much. Like, honestly, find you a seller and try it. It's cheap, so if you don't like it, nothing lost. Oh, I completely understand. Unfortunately, I don't think... I'd have to probably go drive a while to go find one. Because the rough knowledge I have of the area... Unless one's been randomly brought in under the radar for me... I don't think I have one. Yeah, no, I get that. Sleeping on a full stomach feels so bad. It's the one thing I try to avoid. It's why I try to eat dinner by 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. Because if I know that, even though I know I'm probably going to stay up between 9 and 10 p.m., I try my hardest to, for 3, 4 pounds here. Okay. So it probably is roughly the same here. I could get it at Walmart, but it's Walmart. I'd rather go find that guy who knows how to put the love and attention into the sausage, not here's some packaged processed crap that might taste good, or it might be complete and total crap. Because the quality control goes down infinitely. Oh yeah. Boar's Head deli? That's not bad. I've had a lot of Boar's Head stuff. Some good stuff. I mean, that local deli could be absolute fire. But it's an hour away. It's like, do you really want to drive 2 hours for food? Is it really worth? 4.4 stars. Probably won't be disappointed. 500. That's actually pretty darn good. That's how I make the sausages. That's awesome. That's really good. Not sure. I've been trying to get my mom to try bison, but she won't do it. Alfredo pizza? What? I'm sorry, Alfredo on... No, you don't put the Alfredo on the pizza. I mean, it is America. You can do what you... Listen, I get it, but whenever I go to pizza, it's... I want, like, real, authentic Italian-style pizza. So that's why it's like a crime against humanity for me. I'm not a person anymore after having it. I can't just go have, like, pizza to say I had pizza, or else I'd probably totally DTF. But, once I had that, nope, never can go back. I literally think all other pizzas are a crime against humanity. It's like, nope, nope. Alright, so that's hour 2 done. Alright, we got 7 Atanis an hour so far. We're gonna hit hour 3. Alright. Hour 3. Okay. For a minute there, I thought I just did 2 hours without, and a night without, of AFK without my EXP artifacts. Has been around since 91. It has a 4.7. That tells you it's darn good. Got some deer meat coming in soon. Deer's good. I had a really good deer jerky here several years back. The guy literally processed the full deer himself, and his mother was doing the cooking of reducing down the, or drying the jerky. And oh my god, that was great. Yeah, that's a good place to be. To 9 p.m. It's not a bad schedule. Monday through Saturday. Closed for Sundays. Nice. And now y'all made me hungry. Must be good to survive COVID? Yes. That's a very good sign. Because they're so... Like, here's the issue. There were some places that couldn't survive COVID. Just because of how long things got shut down or what happened to the area. Some places were amazing that I would go to. But they couldn't take all the COVID shutdown stuff. Yeah. Some eventually reopened as other businesses and changed their thing a little bit, but it wasn't the same anymore. Something changed. Like, I know a restaurant that literally started selling their toilet paper and their paper towels when grocery stores were having such a hard time getting it because they could get it in with their suppliers. I mean, that's Mexican restaurants, though. They're a dime a dozen just about everywhere. Why? Because we're the United States of Mexico! According to the southern border. They aren't supposed to. Whoops. It's hard to find an authentic Mexican place, not gonna lie. Really? Is it really? Like, authentic Mexican? To Mexico, it's all trash. Even if it says it's authentic. Weird. Staff is also like 80% Mexican. Nice. Makes a difference. I could see that. Because everybody's gonna have a different spin on it. They're all nice people too. Oh yeah, they're always lovely. They are actually really nice. Oh, I would never go to a Del Taco. Wow. Only 4 of the restaurants. Unfortunately, I can't say what I make is authentic Mexican, because it's very much not. But it's still a darn good taco. My ex and I had always had a theory, and it played out about 90% of the time, too. Like, it was very rare we got this to not work. So, we had a test. And I know Zeph will get a kick out of this being Mexican. We could tell if a restaurant was gonna suck or not by the cheese dip. Here was the 10 foil. Alright? If a Mexican restaurant had really good cheese dip, their food was gonna suck. Like, really suck. When the cheese dip is trash, it's because they are like, this is stupid. This is just, it's melted cheese. And, they cared more about their food than their appetizer. And that's when the food was absolutely banger. Absolutely banger food. But we could tell by the cheese dip if it was going to be a great place or a bad place. And this worked for like 10 different restaurants we went and tried to find just good Mexican food. Salsa was always another indicator, but it was the other way around. Bad salsa, place was probably gonna suck. Really good salsa, the place was probably really good. Because there's a certain... There is a certain thing that happens with salsa. It's like they know how to season the tomato right. I can definitely agree on the cheese dip. Will immediately tell you if a place is good or bad. What's up, Adrox? Hello there. Yes, I'm glad somebody else can, like, vouch for this system. Like, and I will admit, I have found a few where it breaks the abnormal, and then it's killer salsa, killer cheese dip, and you're just like, oh my god. And the food's just heavenly. Like, I'll be real. I'll be 100% real. The place I go to, I know is not 100% authentic Mexican food. It's not. I completely understand that. It's very Americanized. But I will say, with what they do, it makes sense. Because I really like what was provided there. But the one thing I don't like is their chips aren't fried really on the spot. Or, like, recently upkept and fried. Like, they're pretty... They're not stale, but they're not, like... I was made 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago. Fresh. There's a difference. How's life been? It's been ups and down. Yes. Greasy chips are absolute turnoff for me. So, like, for me, I can't do the greasy chip one. But yeah, we've been busy and, working on the OC project and dealing with drama with it, but life's good. How about you? I tried to do this on Awakened Ranger with 245 AP. Do like 30% of the mushrooms damage with full buffs and Crystal's artifact. This place is like hard AP capped at I want to say this place is hard AP capped at like 230, 220, something like that. You'd have to go look at Garmoth to see the actual hard cap here, but this place has definitely got a hard cap of it becomes insanely inefficient to grind. And I'm over here with 290, 283, cutting through these things. So, and you're doing forward F on Ranger. Alright, hold on. I may end up, jumping on my Ranger real quick. Adrock, also, how's your family been? I know things have been kind of up and down for your family, so I hope everything's going well there. I feel really bad I hadn't been able to come by too often. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go finish this lap. I'm gonna go jump on my Ranger for just a second. We'll kill a 1 rotation on the Ranger. And I want to see, watch mine and see if there's anything I'm doing different. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna go jump on the Ranger real quick, and we're gonna double check this on my end. Because they're AP capped. Your AP is, my AP at this point is completely useless here. I'm doing everything I can to them. Like, there is so much stat being lost here. Okay. So, we're gonna disconnect. Ranger, change. We're just gonna run with whatever we got right here. Restaurant I go to has 4.5 stars. That's amazing. That's awesome, dude. Alright. Grab the Ranger. Alright. So, yes. I'm not even going to pop my artifacts on. So, we're not going to put this on. But I'm AP capped here. Alright? Do understand this. I should be losing like 50 AP on each one of these stats. As far as add-ons, Awakening, let's see here. We have skill add-ons, movement speed, and negative DP. That might be the difference. That negative DP I'm applying might be what's... might be my difference, is I'm reducing their damage, I'm reducing their defense, and I may have popped a... monster damage, which may count. But let's take one run real quick. Yeah, I mean, I'm going right through that. And you're saying that this... You can't do this on yours. What's your level? Hold on, I can't see that for the way Twitch chat's bugging up. You're 61. Okay, so it's not a level. It shouldn't be a level thing. Because my Ranger's only 62 62. Ah. 245 awaken AP. Weird. That's very weird. Try... Just out of curiosity, next time you slam next to a skill instructor, put the negative DP down on that and try doing, if you can slap monster damage on it. I did the movement speed because I don't need monster damage. Because I know all my stats here are absolutely stupidly overcapped. Monster caps. Let's see here. Kama Sylvia, Polly's Forest. Soft capped is 100. You're hitting 100% at 255 AP. Soft cap is above 245. So if you have 245 AP, you're right at the soft cap. No, because I have the infinite pot. That's another reason why my, that's another reason why I'm able to do, dumb ranger things. Is because I have the infinite MP pot right now. So, I do know I'm a little carried on that. I also have food, tent buff, AP, artifact from crystals. Oh, 100%? My crystals are just EXP crystals, by the way. And combat EXP in my... Normally, combat EXP in my, artifact here. But, you have to realize the monster damage I have added in from my pen and my black star is... Things are dead. I have no control over what is staying alive at this point. And just have 2 Avila gear on Ranger. That might be a little bit of the difference, is you might be missing some of the understats that I have, but even then, the basic boss gear would have been enough to get you across the line. I think I'll make a Valk instead. Now, I know a Valk can come through here and just plow through this. That I can tell you. Seasonal Valk can totally do this. My mom told me that my sister and her went to that New York deli and pizzeria, and they loved it. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, a lot of people talk about building seasonal Valkyries just to come grind Polly's Forest. But that's odd that the Ranger was struggling. Because that skill, unless it's the DP that I'm applying, because 20 DP down's enough to really do some damage to some things. I can feel when that's not on certain mobs. Oh yeah! I forgot all about this. We need to pop this back up for chat. Item count. Boop. So that you guys can see what's going on. Oh, you go straight to double penetration. Yep. Also, I need to move chat up a little bit. There. That should help. Because, like, Mirmok, when I go hit that -20 on the big guy, I cut through him so much faster. Right? I've been saying that about you guys earlier. Y'all have been talking about liverwursts. You've been talking about pizza, sausages, just food in general. Now I'm like, oh, God, I kind of want some food now. Mexican food, chips and salsa. Although I did have chips and salsa just the other day, so I can't really complain there. But do keep me updated if you come back and try it with that skill add-on. I'd like to hear if that's the difference or not. If not, we need to figure out what else is going on. Because I can 100% assure you, I am not using any fancy buffs. For the love of God, I'm using a life skill buff for energy while I grind. That should tell you everything you need to know about my Valk and my Ranger. I use a life skill buff for energy. Might as well. If I'm going to be on for 3 hours, let's tick another energy per tick. But I promise you, I go to a space I need it, I will not grind with the life skill buff on. I will 100% go grind with the real AP DP buffs. I'm starting 1,000. Yeah, I mean, Florida's got some good food, man. It also depends on where you live in Florida. Do you live on the east? Do you live on the east or the west side of the Redneck Riviera? Near Pensacola? Okay. Yeah, that's why you've got good food, too. Pensacola's got some great... it's got a great area. So you're on the east side of the Redneck Riviera. Got it. Or wait, no. Pensacola's on the west side? Or am I thinking of Tampa? I actually now I've got it confused. Tampa, Florida. Sorry, working and listening. No, I totally get that. I've been there too, man. Tampons, Florida, baby. Yeah! Oh. So, I'm officially free of Epic 7. Haven't played it for almost 2 months. I'm technically free of Epic 7. I just hang on to it for the guild and keeping those that are still in the guild up. But I don't know how much longer I'm gonna just keep that running and not just tell them, all right, guys, you need to go find a place to that's more active than this. That's a big step, man. I totally could do it. It's 95% randoms anyway in it anymore. There's only like a handful that are still left in that are even from any of the other guilds. I think only 5 are actually from the original guilds. True. It is one thing less to keep up with. Yeah. I mean, it's literally just me popping guild buffs and then turning the game off. That's all it is. Open it up, go through the menu, then turn the game off after I hit the 4 guild buffs. Exactly. But I think the unfortunate part is I don't think you can join during a Ancient Inheritance. Or wait, no, you can join. They can't get rewards again. So, because the Ancient Inheritance thing's running right now, I should probably wait the 20 days. So in 20 days, maybe I'll shut it down. Because if they go into a guild that has already cleared an area and they hadn't cleared it yet, they're not getting the reward. So, I mean, not that that gear's any good, it's mostly trash. Yeah. That's probably what we'll end up doing. You did. I remember those days. No, stop right there. Your luck has actually been kind of nuts on Nikke. You just had one bad run. Your luck has been a lot better than you think. So don't even go there. You've luck sacked nearly everything in Nikke. You just complained and moaned and groaned over Red Hood, and then who MLB'd her for like nearly next to nothing once all the complaining finally went down? And then didn't you pull a bunch of 1-tap, 2-tap units? Yeah, so your luck's been a little bit better. All right, right now we're at 6 Atanis an hour. It's not bad. We need to loot 3 more in the next 27 minutes to bring it to 7 an hour. Yep. Telling you, man. You just, from your vision, you think Nikke screwed you because you had to go so hard for Summer Neon. You had to go hard for that first Red Hood, but then you don't look back at all your actual big wins you got. You hadn't had bad luck. Okay, so you need to understand something about Erin. Erin and her hubs have spent a little money in that game, alright? So, they're not just F2P, by the way. But they haven't bought things like you would expect. They're not like wailing, but they are pumping money into it. So, it's not completely hashtag free to play. It's been most of the costume packs. I think they bought one of the beginner summoner packs that showed up. And I think that's about it. But they're definitely buying the skin packs as they show up. Doro and Huron skins. 2 very good skins, not gonna lie. Also 2 very good deals. This isn't bad. For as much as you've played it, that's not bad. I still don't have Haran, and I have the costume for her. That's nuts. Yep. PC Master Race. But I mean, to be fair, you put 2,000 hours and spent $80. It's not a bad deal. Oh, I would imagine it's going to take a game quite a while to beat that. Yeah, you still got a ways to go with Nikke. What the heck is that? 3001? What degenerate game are you playing for 3,100 hours? I don't remember what it was. I know you've told me. An idle game? Okay. Dungeon Crusher? Okay. It's popular with Russians. Of course it is. It's got 14th. Jeez. Oh, and I'm sure he's literally so deep in that game, he's probably paying to keep the electricity on personally. I'm sure there's a 0 to that. Yeah. I don't... Yeah, we're not even gonna acknowledge that. Wait. You're just telling me straight up heroes cost $2,000 in this game. Like, in order to own this character, you have to spend $2,000. Good God, Russian oligarchs have way too much money. I guess I would have to see the game to know exactly what the concept you're talking about. Because it doesn't quite make sense to me to follow. Like, I get what you're saying, but it's like, I guess I would have to see how it's set up to understand what exactly how that's working. An in-game currency. Okay. So, but I'm saying, I'm more talking about how these heroes are obtained. It's like Warfare and Platinum. You can buy it or trade it. Okay. You have to buy the heroes in order. Oh. Gross. Okay, alright. Yep, nope, nope. Absolutely not. Nope. It's a big ol' nope. Nope on a stick. Nope. Mm-mm. 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 That is gross and should be illegal. It's only $6,000. These aren't required heroes. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. It's just a slight pay-to-win mechanic. I don't know about slight, man. That seems giga pay-to-win to me. If you can buy power, that is pay-to-win. Buy for a chance at power, it's pay for convenience. I mean, Nikke doesn't really have PvP, to be fair, but it does. It does, but it doesn't. Because player versus player's AI is not PvP. It's still player versus experience at that point. Okay. we should be getting close to needing to hit the, We'll do one more lap regardless. If we have the weight warning, we have the weight warning. If we don't, we'll just, we'll just finish it off. And drop it and run it. Run down the clock for the final 13 minutes. Friend spent upwards to 5,000 on his guild support. Wow. That's crazy. Yep, there's the weight. Alright, then we're right on time. I can normally tell by where we're at on the buff. Playing for over 4 years. That's a long time. Oop. We almost messed up. Alright, let's go. I've been in the clan for 554 days. Wow, very specific amount of days, you know there. Logged in 345 days in a row so far. Wow. So literally almost just at a year. Get a badge in 360. Nice. So just 6 more days and you get that nice little badge. A year like a day. That's cool. Alright, so we get to do some we get to look at some numbers here in a minute. Because at this point, when we finish up, this 10 minutes, we'll have 4 hours at Polly's with the event. Marvel Strike Force. Dude, I remember trying to talk you out of playing that. Like, continuously playing that. Oh yeah, I was really excited for it when I found it. I thought it was going to be a great Marvel game, and it probably really is. But it was so expensive to get into. Which is why I loved Marvel Future Fight. It wasn't that expensive to get into, but it still took money to get into. I mean, I wasn't trying to, like, compete with Dutch on his, level 20 Or his VIP 20. I wasn't trying to do that. I knew that was $20,000 in Marvel Future Fight. Not really. Seven Deadly Sins, I would say, was not quite the same experience as Strike Force. And I can't remember exactly why. I felt like Seven Deadly Sins' gacha was a much worse system. Obtaining the heroes in Strike Force was a lot weirder to deal with. But it's been so long, so I don't really know on Strike Force. Is it a shard system? That sounds about right. Okay, that's sounding more and more familiar. Free to play. That's actually impressive. I actually don't even know how far I got in Strike Force before I finally saw that that was BS, and I was like, no. No, Count level all the way to 90. Wow. Hey, you definitely put some time into it. Max is now 100. Okay. I could see where that game could feel like a job. From the little bit I saw playing around with it, I could totally see that. Oh, just like another guild you were in for a while. I see. Oh yeah, I remember the Blitz mode. Blitz made no sense to me for a while, and I kind of started getting a hang of it. But Blitz felt really weird where I was at. I don't even remember who I had on that account. I don't think I ever brought it to an emulator, so I'm sure if I logged in on my phone, it still synced to the phone. Because, so here's the lot, so this is how I got into Marvel Future Fight. I was looking at buying the Switch and Ultimate Alliance 2. Or whatever the new Marvel game was. I was looking for I wanted a fun Marvel experience. To be able to play a Marvel video game. I hadn't really had one, and I didn't want to play just a left-right fighter. Like, it didn't feel, that didn't feel like what I wanted out of, to play. Like, I didn't want to just play, like, Street Fighter, but with Marvel characters. I didn't want that. I wanted to actually play as the characters. So I was looking at picking up a Switch to be able to play that. But when I looked at Strike Force, I think was actually the first one I looked at, because of how it was set up, and the graphics of it looked really good. I started playing it, I was like, it wasn't it for me. And then I looked over at Marvel Future Fight. It was a little bit older. And I was like, well, I guess I can play around as the character inside the stage. And then I looked at one other, and the other one was just garbage. I don't even think it's around anymore. But once I decided on Marvel Future Fight, I said, all right, I'll just invest what I put in, what I was going to buy the Switch, into the game. So I ended up investing $300 nearly right on top of it, getting established, getting the ultimate packs of the side stories. I rushed Doctor Strange's so that I could play with Doctor Strange because I really wanted that. Oh, so it's just like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. Got it. But I think it's, what is it, Marvel Galaxy, or the Star Wars Galaxy, whatever game it is. I know of it, but I don't remember the name of it. Dutch also played that game, and he was a max VIP in the Star Wars game. But now I found some cool guys that played. Whoa. That played Future Fight, and we had fun. Then we moved over to. And we all moved over to Seven Deadly Sins. Several of us did. Because Marvel Future Fight at the time was trying to commit some very sus crimes against humanity with what they were doing with the game. Galactic Force. Okay, yep. That sounds right. Sitting in front of my Xbox and it's almost turned off from inactivity. Oh, poor Xbox. I should get rid of my PS4 and get something for it. Because it's a PS4 Pro with maybe like 10 hours, 15 hours of use on it. Because my Xbox One X is a 4K Blu-ray player, so there's no sense in getting rid of it. Since I own an absurd amount of 4K Blu-rays, I might as well hang on to it. Alright, we'll do this one line for logging out, and then we'll hang it up for the day. Alright. We are now done. What in the heck? There we go. We're now done with the grind. So let's get this data recorded and You know, I should also do my math on the Blackstones, because there's a part of me that says I should probably sell my Blackstones right now while they're selling at absolute max price. And then buy them back when they're all at min price again. That does sound like a very logical thing to do. Alright, so let's God, I'm gonna need glasses at some point. I can't read that crap. Alright. So, Garmoth. Alright. Grind tracker. A few months ago, and they gave me a hat saying my Xbox gets more action than me. Wow. Okay, so this was a 3-hour grind. We have... I need to move this over so that I can see this. So YouTube, I won't be able to see your chat, but we'll be able to see the bottom of Twitch's. Alright, so we had 94,626 trash. Whoops. 94,626. We earned 139, 146, 265, 81, 19. We'll count those up in a minute. 37, 17, 147, 157, 48, 23, 1, 4, 10, and then we need to scroll up here, and then we had 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boots. And 8, 9, 10, 11 chests. We did not have that buff. 267. Yep, looks about right. Okay, so I need to go collect those and put those into the thing here.
There are lots of things that can be bought with money, but wouldn't a nice hot supper...
All right, I've sold them all, so 20, 40, 60, 7, 67. All right, so let's remove that, and it's 437 or 438 mil per hour, or 438 mil without pity. Peace plus 50%. All right, then put back the 19 Atanis Elements. So we made 712 mil an hour. That's not horrible. So we're averaging still 7 an hour. I am curious, though. It's 118 mil. So they've over doubled in price. They're at cap. It won't go up any higher than that. So if I sell... Where's the calculator? So at 300,000 times 0.15, I think it's 3. It's 45,000. So 300,000 minus 4.5. So I should be getting... Actually, here's what I'm going to do. Warehouse, it'll tell me what it is. Sell 1. All right, so it'll tell me right up there exactly what my market place number is. Max 300,000. 256. Okay, so let's get that number. So it is 300,000 times 0.15, 45,000. Nope, 300,000 times 0.14. 300,000 times 0.145. That is pretty much it. So it's 0.145. So it means that I would need to wait, if I sold these, to buy them under 256,000 again to make profit on buying my stones back. This is probably only a few days thing. So... like, we don't have long with this market, so we'll take a look in just a second. Alright. Those need to be sold, those need to be sold, those need to be sold, that needs to be sold, those will eventually be sold. Those need to go in, those need to go in. Okay. So... let's go take this over to Homeboy. Oh god, Valk doing Valk things. Shop. Sell all. Sell the wings. Sell those. Alright. Now I'm free to move like I normally want to move. Alrighty, so we're gonna put our Atanis in here, which is right there. We're gonna go to Medea, drop all of that in there. We need to go to Serendia. Alright, y'all don't need to see that anymore, so let's pop this off for you. Glish, put in the traces and the truffles. Let's go to the Great Ocean. Drop those off. Reef, drop that off. Alright, simple alchemy. right?
That my name is really pretty. Do you agree?
So, let's do the math first on the Blackstones. How much money will I end up getting if I sell this now?
This is Valk.
And buy it back under 250. So, we have... And then Grana houses the rest. So we have 3,181. 3,181 times, let's say, 256.5. That would give me 800 million more silver to instantly work with now on an upgrade. While we wait for the price to crash to buy the Blackstones to make the Pen Crescent. The question is, what do I need? What do I need to buy
Things that can be bought with money. But wouldn't a nice hot supper be true happiness?
between now and then that may come up, other than just converting it to make money on a temporary long or on a flip investment? Basically, we're selling them now at a high, a premium to buy them back on a low, so that we can continue on our grind there. Not 100% sure if I want to do that yet. But we have other stuff we need to sell. Like the Life Spirit Stones. We're going to put those in there. Wow, they really dropped in the last day. I mean, they've actually plummeted in the last day. Wow. I can hang on to them for a little bit. Plus, we'll need them to make stones if we get our gloves, so we might as well hang on to some for the moment. They're not burning a hole to sell right this moment. Alright, so the next number we need to look at are the jewels of imperfected power. So we're getting 70, so 77 divided by, yeah, it's 4 hours. So we're getting 19.5 per hour. So let me write this down so that we can do some basic math here. So we're getting jewels at 19.25 an hour right now. We're getting Atanis at 6.9, we'll just say 0.7 So 7 an hour. We have... Let's see here. We have 300 total we need, minus the 100 from the full item is 200. Minus the 60... Whoops. Minus the 66 Atanis elements, minus the... Oh, yeah, and then I have one of those. So I have 133 Atanis left as of the end of this grind session. So 133 divided by, we're gonna say 6.9 to go on my long average. I have 19 hours roughly left in this grind. Now we know we're gonna get 19.25 times, let's say 20 hours. We're only gonna get 385 more of these elements in those 20 hours. So, as far as Valhalla Princess's idea of we're farming this out, we will not be farming out an entire set of accessories in that time frame. We will be done with our potion at that point. And again, that's if we get the average. Obviously, we get lower averages, we'll get more of these. But at that point, we're only going to get 2 of these cups realistically in the grind time. So grinding out 6 full pieces of 1,200. So let's do this. 1,200, because you need... we have 6 accessories. Yeah, 6 accessories. We have looted minus 77. Now divide that by 19.25. We would have to grind another 58 hours to max that out. Hello there, how's it going? How you doing today, Drum? Should be 2 rings. 2 rings, 2 earrings, a belt, a necklace. It should be 6. We have... DP set? I would never level 2 sets of accessories in this game. Black Desert's taught you one thing. It's only level 1 set of gear. Do not level multiple sets of gear in this game. BDO 101. Been teaching that since 2016. Level 1 set of gear. Unless you want to go mad, level 1 set of gear. Alright, so we're February 7th, 1 week, 2 weeks. So we have 2 weeks to do 58 hours. Well, I mean, yeah, Shies are different. Shy literally has to be able to grind crap, but they also need that tanky BS. But thank God I don't have to worry about any of that bullshit. And even then, I would just... Well, you can't really do that with a Shy. Yeah, you have to kind of have 2 sets. So I have 2 weeks to grind out 58 hours. Which means I have to grind. I would literally have to grind 4 hours every single day for the next 2 weeks. God, this game keeps adding on more and more time. I only need 19 more hours to get my HP pot. That's the stupid thing. What are these cups worth? Billions. Okay. Drum. Here. I'm just gonna help you out right there. Just gonna help you that out right there. Gonna help you out. My blood-shedding days are over. I will not partake in any of that BS. Other than the only time you will see me do it is to go blow that thing. Whatever that ends up being, I'll probably end up blowing that. Because it's the one time in my life I'm playing the class that actually will benefit that thing the most. Probably outside of a shy. Man, 1,000 DR for 30 minutes sounds so much fun. And I'm sure somebody's still gonna come along and one-tap me because DP is so imbalanced. Darn. This has put me in a interesting spot. To grind out 1,200 of these things. Okay. I can imagine. So, earring, tongue grad earring, narc. Alright. Oh, ram horn on, what is that, Wusa? I think I saw her fan. So I would need, that would give me 6 AP off of that hidden.
When the work is finished, I will have supper at Luancy's Inn. Heidi's food is really delicious and comes plentiful.
The belt is also 3 AP. Okay. Critical damage on the rings, so that's 6 more crit damage on my rings. Or max HP on the rings. Oh, that's funny. The necklace is only 150 HP. And that's why it's so cheap. Okay. So I don't have to farm 6. Alright, so this changes my game. I only have to farm 5. So, so that's 1,000 minus 77, I think. Divided by 19.25 has been my average across 4 hours. Is 47 hours. Which is 11 more days, which gets me in just before the event ends. Gross. And then I'd be willing to bet money. I'm willing to bet money on this. I'd be willing to bet they will add a treasure event at the end of this. I can feel it. So, just get ready. Here comes a treasure event that I'm gonna end up having to deal with as well. Am I like actually gonna be just back streaming Black Desert consistently because of this? Jeez. But I hope I can get 19 an hour somewhere else. That's gonna be the key factor. Once we get that MP pot, we gotta go somewhere and start seeing if we're still getting roughly 19 an hour, because that will change everything, because I do not want to spend another 40 hours. But, at that point, hold on. 40 times... 40 times, 7. I mean, crap. I'm literally almost done with another potion. I could go 20 more hours, randomly, and just sell an MP pot. If I absolutely had to do it. Which would feel awful just grinding polys for, what, a month straight? Gross. But, if I did that, I could walk away with, I'm just not gonna worry about that. We're not gonna worry about the cups right now. I am gonna go ahead and unleash the, Blackstones real quick, and we're gonna buy them back at a, I can't pass up this opportunity to flip money. I'm not gonna go for the Kaposha right now. Or not the Kaposha, the other earring. Because I need to get the money for everything else than the Blackstones. So let's make a profit while these things are high. Let the hype of this thing die down, which will crash this market for a while. And then... Yep, 815, which is roughly what we thought. So let's subtract... 800 mil from the warehouse. And, yeah. Alright, I gotta run some errands in the game, so I'm gonna start running around to some places and, while we shut this off. So first off, while we're over here, we're gonna ride over here and start getting that picked up, because I need to get my weeklies for my bosses. That will start rolling in here in a little while, and then we'll I'll need to run to Valia to turn in one of these things. So, alright, so tomorrow we'll be back for more Atanis grinding. Hooray! It's gonna be a gonna be a wild ride, but we're roughly, according to this, 19 hours. 19 hours away from having a infinite HP pot. And then stupid me may end up making one immediately right after another HP pot. Or another MP pot right after this to sell. Because if I end up grinding out all those other pieces. But we'll see. We will see. So let's go ahead and shut X and YouTube down. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. We'll be back on tomorrow morning. 7 a.m. my time, 3 hours ago your time. We'll continue on this party. Oof. Just thinking about doing this makes me sick. But hey, it's Black Desert. What do we expect? These things just keep piling up. One project after another after another. Yeah, it was totally nice catching up, man. Hope life is good. You love BDO, right? Oh yeah, totally. Absolutely love it. Been here, done that, got the t-shirt, the fun coupons, you name it. I'm here for it. But yeah, we're gonna go raid somebody on Twitch, but let's go ahead and get X and YouTube down.